Hey guys, welcome to How to Wire It. In today's episode, I'm going to show you guys how to wire up one of these little guys, a photocell or photoresistor, up to an Arduino. Now, this is a breadboard friendly Arduino, but it's basically the same as one of these. It's just that it fits nicely on a breadboard, so it's easier to use. So the way that we wire up one of these guys is to use it as a voltage divider. So these are just resistors that change their resistance based on how much light is falling on them. And I believe the more light that falls on the top of the cell, the lower its resistance. So a voltage divider is just taking two resistors and putting them in series and utilizing the voltage that comes out of the center of the two devices. So to wire this up, I have the breadboard already wired for power here, and I'm going to just take a couple of little jumper wires here and connect one of them just somewhere on the board to ground, and take the other and wire it to positive. Now I'm using 5 volts here, but this will also work if you have 3.3 volt or whatever your microcontroller power supply is. Now, on the positive side, so on this wire that's got positive going to this row here, I'm going to pop in the photocell. And on the wire that's connected to ground, I'm going to pop in this 1K resistor. I find that oftentimes when working with these little photocells, you basically have to tune them for whatever the ambient light in the environment that you want to work with is. So I tend to start with 1K and pivot either higher or lower depending on the results that you want to get. Now, I've wired these both in, and on each of them, on the photocell, we have the wire going from positive to a row, and on the resistor, we have it going from ground to the same row that we plugged in the photocell. So we have a completed circuit here. We have power that flows in through the photocell, out and into the resistor, and then out to ground. Now, the way that we're going to read this is we're going to tap into the center part here. So I'm going to plug this one side into the A0 of my microcontroller, and then into that same column where the resistor and the photocell are connected to each other. And that completes the wiring for connecting up a photocell. Now let's take a look at the basic program just to check and see that all of this is working. So here we can see that I've just opened up the basic default graph program. So in your Arduino, if you go to File and you go to Examples, Communication Graph, you can find this program here. And all it does is in setup, we start up the serial communication. And then our loop is very simple. We're just printing out what we read off of analog read A0, which is where our photocell is connected up to here. And then we just wait a little while before running the loop again. So I have this program already uploaded onto my Arduino here. And let's check out what it looks like on the plotter. So you can see it looks really noisy right now, but if you're looking here, you can see that our values are between 464 and 480. So we don't actually, it's not really as noisy as it seems, it's just auto-scaled here. And if I put my hand over, we can see, oh, it dropped a lot there. Now it's reading probably somewhere around the 200s we can see, or it's 240, 200s, 250. And if I pull my hand away, it goes back up. And the same thing happens in reverse. If I take my phone and I shine a light on it, you can see it goes way up there. So this is a really useful sensor if you want to detect when it's light in the room, you want to detect whether a drawer has been opened or closed. There are just a ton of uses for this little sensor, and it's one of my favorite sort of go-to just to test something out sensors, just because it is so easy to wire up. So I hope you guys have found this video helpful. And if you have, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, definitely subscribe to my channel. And also make sure to follow me on Twitter at ItKindaWorksInc. And you can also find me at itkindofworks.com. Alright, that's all for now. Take it easy, guys.